Hey YouTube family, this is Dana of Tabitha's Treasures. Once again, I forgot to turn down the TV, so give me just 1 second. There's two things that I wanted to talk about today. One of them being some changes that are coming to Tabitha's Treasures. First of all, I'd like to say that in every capacity, I am so not prepared. That in every capacity, Sylvia has pretty much taken the lead on Tabitha's Treasures, and I felt like since I've been so sick and I have this blood clot in my shoulder, that I figured I would let her take the reins and do what she does best. She's been absolutely phenomenal. She's made videos, she's been donating, she's been washing and drying and storing everything. And she's just been doing everything in every capacity as far as Tabitha's Treasures goes. She's really been very spunky about it. So I'm going to allow her to continue doing what she does best. And I will from henceforth be her donator. The next thing I wanted to do was the 20 questions tag. I was asked by some ladies on Zoom the other night to go ahead and try to do a Zoom. Do the 20 questions on Zoom. So here they are. I actually went ahead and wrote down the meanings and all my answers and whatnot. The first question is, what does your name mean? And I had to Google this because I had a paper due a long time ago in I don't know, junior high, that surrounded family surnames and what your name meant and yada yada. And it actually, back in the day when I looked it up, it meant boy from Denmark. So Dana was predominantly a boy's name, but Google says it may come from the Dane word from Denmark, the meaning of a common surname. It is also occasionally regarded as a feminine version of Daniel, or a short version of feminine names such as Bogdana or Jordana. In Hebrew, the name Dana means arbiter or God is my judge, which is really cool. So question number 2 is, where are you from? I am from Texas, and concerning question 3, where were you born? I was born and raised in Texas. And question number 4, what name would your parents given you if you were a boy? I'm thinking that because my mom and dad's name both start with the D, and she wanted to keep the D going, I probably would have been either a Damon or a Devon or something to that effect. Number 5, biggest accomplishments. I consider bouncing back after every rock bottom being my major accomplishments. I've had several times when I've been down on my luck and living on the street and not knowing where my next meal was going to come from, but I've always managed to bounce back, and cannot do it without friends. Absolutely cannot do it without friends. who are willing to, give you the break and hand you up. Not a hand out, but a hand up, because that's what friends do, You don't just take, but you give in return. Number 6 is, what is your eye color? My eye color is light brown with hints of green and yellow. If I stand out in the sunshine, my eyes are topaz, which is a real bright yellow. I've never seen anybody's eyes turn yellow in sunlight, so that's pretty cool. Number 7, what is your favorite candle scent? I go for either sweet smells like vanilla or cinnamon, or garden smells like gardenia or sweet pea. Something just pleasant that you can just smell all day. Number 8, can you cook? I would like to think that yes, I could cook if I put my mind to it. Now, I absolutely detest being in the kitchen. Not one of my favorite places to be. And I think Joe is probably the better cook out of the two of us. He does a lot of the cooking. But I can cook if I put my mind to it. Number 9, what is good about life right now? Well, definitely being at home from the hospital. Definitely my husband. Definitely my husband. He's been an absolute trooper. He never complains. He just always jumps right in and does what needs to be done, and he never quaffles about it or gives me a hard time or anything. He just does it. Number 10, what is your sign? I am a Pisces. I am a water sign, and that is the fish swimming in opposite directions. One's going one way, the other's going the other way. I always say it's because they're just going with the flow. I tend to do that. I go with the flow. I can fit in anywhere. Well, I used to be able to fit in anywhere. High school was, there were a lot of cliques, and I could fit into any one of those cliques just real easily. Number 11, what scares you about aging? I put not aging at all. To be able to age is a blessing, and I would like to at least live until all of my siblings have had grandchildren and they're all married and happily ever after, because I can't see my own. Of course, I don't have any. But I would like to see all my nieces and nephews happily married and having their own children. My siblings are all wonderful, wonderful women. My brothers were great. I would just like to see all of them become grandparents. Number 12 is your favorite holiday. My favorite holiday is Easter. Now, I know that Christmas is a very significant time for Christians because of the birth of Christ. But Easter is the resurrection of Jesus Christ, and that is what gives us our salvation. So I chose Easter. Easter has always been my favorite for some reason. 13 is guilty pleasure. Definitely cherry Coke. In my Polar Pop, I get one just about every day. And if I'm not getting a cherry Coke, I'm getting a cherry Coke with the Three Musketeers, because I love Three Musketeers. Number 14 is favorite binge show to watch. The last binge show that I watched was Shameless. Absolutely could not turn it off. I probably didn't sleep for 3 days because I was trying to catch up. And I wanted to watch all of them. But I also love Criminal Minds and Forensic Files, those type of shows, Law and Order, that sort of thing. Number 15, one thing you can't leave home without. Definitely my phone. My phone is one thing I never walk out the door without. 16, are you a morning or a night owl? I would definitely consider myself a night owl. I get more accomplished in one night than I can all day. I can sit and crochet and be halfway finished by morning time. 17 is favorite genre of movie. I definitely like chick flicks. I like love stories. I love comedy. Anything that will make me laugh. Nothing slapstick comedy. It just doesn't appeal to me. Number 18, last thing you bought was a bowling bag for my husband's birthday this last month in November. That is the last thing I bought. He needed a bowling bag in the worst way because he was using my yarn bag, my yarn drum, to carry his bowling ball and his shoes and stuff. So he really needed that bowling bag. Are you an introvert or extrovert? I am definitely, I think, an introvert. If I am around a lot of people at one time, I find that I need to get away and recharge. Just find some place and just enjoy a little time to myself. Now, I do enjoy people's company, but like I said, if it's a large crowd, I gotta find a way to get out of there every once in a while and just breathe. Number 20 is, what is your favorite book? I have read quite a few books. Some of my favorite authors are Jodi Picoult, who is the author of My Sister's Keeper, which was also a movie. I also like Mary Higgins Clark, Danielle Steele, James Patterson, Amy Tan. There's just too many to name. But those are my 20 questions. And if you have not yet been tagged, I tag you. And I hope you all have a great day and God bless. See you next time.